Hi, welcome back. We're working on our Elements of Art and Principles of Design book. The last video we watched and we looked at how to create the different elements of art. And then now what we're going to do is we're going to look at the other side of our project and we're going to look at the principles of design. So you can see there are 7 principles of design and they're all labeled. So we're going to go through each one and kind of show you what each one means. So the first one is pattern. So pattern is really simple. It's just something that repeats. So you can repeat lines, you can repeat colors, you can repeat shapes, you can repeat textures. Anything that you want to repeat is a pattern. So we'll make this a really easy pattern with our colors here. Okay, you can see there's a red, white pattern. Red, white, red, white, red, white. A very easy pattern. The next principle of design is balance. Balance means if I cut something in half, it's either the same on both sides, or it's not the same on both sides, or it's the same all the way around in a circle. So the easiest way for me to show balance is to put a dotted line down here to give the illusion that I'm splitting this in half. And what I can do then is draw the same thing on both sides. So say I want to put a circle here. I'm going to put the same circle over here in the same color. Then I want to put a ring around it in pink. I'm going to do the same thing over here in pink. And then I want to use purple. Create some lines. I'll do the same thing over 2. Okay? You get the idea? So that's just one kind of balance. That's symmetrical balance when something's the same on both sides. The next principle of design is movement. Movement means to give the illusion that something is moving, or it's to pull your eye in a certain direction. So what I can do is I could create waves. And you can see here, waves give the illusion of movement. They look like they're pulling to the right. In my other example, you can see I used arrows to kind of pull me in different directions. And again, there's a lot of different ways to show movement. Next is rhythm. Rhythm's a little tricky. Rhythm is something that's repeated over and over, but does not have to be in a pattern. Okay, so you can see here my pattern here repeated. It was red, white, red, white, red, white, and the stripes were exactly the same as well. So with rhythm, I can pick something and repeat it, but it can change colors and it can change sizes and it can change shape as well. The easiest way for me to show you rhythm would be with a simple shape. So I'm going to take a square and then I'm going to draw another square around it and then another square around it, and I'll keep going. And I would keep going around and around till I get to the edge of my paper. And you can see the shape is repeated. The square is the thing, the object that is repeated over and over and over. But it's not in a pattern because my square gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Okay, if you want to give this the illusion that it's moving inwards, you can create these lines. And it will look like it's pulling you in. Okay, Movement and rhythm go hand in hand. Rhythm is when you repeat something over and over enough that it gives the feeling of movement. Next is emphasis. Emphasis is something that draws your attention and becomes the focal point. So it means what it is I'm supposed to be looking at in the picture. So, for example, if I wanted to draw a tree, okay, and I'll color the tree green. However, I'm going to put an ornament on the tree, and I want us to focus on that ornament. So I'm going to draw that ornament big and red. So now I've got this tree, and I'm looking at the tree, but I keep focusing on the red dot that's on the tree. That's the emphasis, the thing that draws my attention, the thing that I want the viewer to look at. Next is contrast. Contrast are opposites, big and small, light and dark, black and white, those kinds of things. I like to use contrast with opposites on the color wheel. So for example, if I'm going to draw something orange, okay, say I just want to draw a really cool design that's orange. Okay, that's my design. If I want this orange to really, really stand out, what I'll do then is color the background the opposite color of orange, which is blue. Okay, I'm not going to color the whole thing, but you can see that blue and orange really stand out next to each other, and they make each other look nice. They contrast against each other. And the last principle of design we're going to look at is unity. And unity is just a pretty picture. A design that looks nice, it's pleasing to the eye. It's when you're using all of your elements and principles correctly to make your picture look good. So what you could do is you could do a design that incorporates shape. So I'm going to incorporate circles. And then I'm going to split the circles. Top is this way, the sides are this way. They still balance each other out. They rotate, so it has rhythm. They're still going to be pleasing to the eye, and maybe when I color them, I'll use warm colors or cool colors or something like that. Okay. If I wanted to, I could go around and add a smaller design of circles because I'm keeping with that same shape, which is circles. Okay. And again, unity is when your picture looks nice and you're using your elements and principles correctly. So I'm incorporating shape here. I'm incorporating rhythm with the circles that are repeated. I'm creating rhythm. So, and then when I go to color, I'll want to also think about the color choices that I'm going to use. Okay. If you have any questions, feel free to rewatch the video.